Good day, Brunswick County. I'm Cathy Altman, President of the Brunswick County Chamber of Commerce. We're building community and supporting business. We're on location today at the beautiful Shallotte River Park, and today's guests include Lynn Carlson, Executive Director of Hope Harbor, Lora Moree from Brunswick Family Assistance, and Jenniffer Inman of Coastal Floral Designs on Main Street, Shallotte.
Time now for Brunswick Chamber Highlights on ATMC Television Channel 3. Bringing you the best of Brunswick.
Up first, Lynn Carlson with Hope Harbor Home. Lynn, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited to learn about all the programs and different facets of Hope Harbor Home. So tell us about Hope Harbor and the mission of Hope Harbor and about all the components of Hope Harbor.
Well, Hope Harbor Home has been around for more than 25 years now here in Brunswick County. We are a domestic violence shelter and services program. We provide help to people who are in immediate danger from domestic violence and to their children as well. And in addition to shelter, we offer a whole range of services for our clients, which include empowerment training, and we do a lot of work in the community, promoting nonviolence in the schools, and trying to prevent domestic violence from happening to begin with.
Lynn, let's talk about the shelter for a moment. How many people are you able to assist? How many people can sleep in the shelter? Let's talk about that shelter.
We have 17 beds in the shelter for adults and for children who are old enough to sleep in a bed. And then we're able to accommodate about 6 babies who would be in cribs.
And I'm sure you try to keep the parent with the children too.
We do. Whenever possible, we try to keep a family together in their own space so they feel more comfortable that way.
Is it always full? And I hate to ask that because we know what that means, but is it always full?
We are not always full. The great majority of the people that we serve do not require shelter. We have some better laws in North Carolina than we used to have a number of years ago when a woman who was being abused had no choice but to leave her home. There are better laws in place now where the abuser is detained and incarcerated, and she's not required to leave. We have other circumstances where our clients are able to leave home and stay with someone else. So they don't always need to come to the shelter, but a great number do.
Okay. And you're talking about education. Let's talk about community education and what Hope Harbor is doing in the community to educate school children, adults, parents. Let's talk about that some.
Well, we're really proud of our community education program. It is headed by Tommy Griffin, who is Hope Harbor Home's program director. Tommy is a retired police officer. He is a former president of the State Dare Officers Association, has a lot of experience in working with young people. He tailor makes programs for the schools, for many schools in Brunswick County, based on the school's curricula of the time. All of the programs are based around promoting self-esteem, values, and ethics, and promoting nonviolence to try to teach young people alternatives to physical and emotional violence.
And you mentioned that he tailor makes the program, so I'm sure that the talking points are different if it's a teenager or as a very young child.
That's right. With the very youngest children, we do programs like Good Touch, Bad Touch, all the way up to teenagers, and we do the Safe Dating program, which is an evidence-based curriculum for teenagers to teach them about how to recognize red flags in relationships and to keep themselves from becoming victims of domestic violence.
Our next guest is Lora Moree from Brunswick Family Assistance. Lora, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
We want to hear all about Brunswick Family Assistance, and I know that your need is always great during the holiday season. I mean, I know it's great year-round, but specifically during the holiday season. Tell our viewers exactly what Brunswick Family Assistance, what your purpose is and what your needs are this holiday.
Well, Brunswick Family Assistance is 30 years old this year, and our goal and our mission statement is to be here to help others help themselves. We're trying to be the hand that helps you up. And what we're trying to do this year is meet the 2,000 plus individual needs, and we know there are more out there, but we're going to probably hit that mark in our Christmas program. And with the economy the way it is, our food bank is seeing anywhere from 65 to 70% increase over this time last year.
You mean the need has increased that much?
Yes,
oh,
the
wow.
need has increased in Brunswick County. Brunswick Family Assistance service Brunswick County, county line to county line. We go up and down and throughout the whole community. We have an emergency food pantry, and that's where we put out food boxes daily. We do intake right now for not only our food pantry, but our Christmas program. When we have the electrical credits, then we can help with electrical. Sometimes if we have our FEMA money, we can help with water and rent. Unfortunately, those funds have dried up a little bit this year.
Let's talk about that program real quickly.
Brunswick membership, the co-op, runs a Warm Homes, Warm Hearts campaign. They notify you through your bills. They also have it up on their website. If you designate Brunswick Family Assistance and you give a donation, whether it's $5 or $20 to $5 or larger, as long as we're designated on that line, that money is then matched by Brunswick Electric and then given back to BFA, and we can help the individuals here in the county. We're going
with their utility.
With their light utility, whether it's power stat or an electrical bill. As long as that funding is coming in designated through BEMC, it is matched dollar for dollar.
That's a great opportunity for someone if they can't get out and go shopping for canned goods or toys. Right on their electric bill, they can just designate an amount to go to BFA.
Yes, to Brunswick Family Assistance, and it will stay here in the county for our residents.
That's a great opportunity for people to help. So. And if people are in need, if families are in need, can they go directly to BFA?
Oh yes, all they need is a Brunswick County identification that's current, and they come to the office. We're right here on Main Street in the Big Lot Shopping Center. Once they come in, they'll see an intake worker. We try to keep it very casual and very low key. It's very hard for individuals, people not unlike myself, that are coming through the door now that find themselves just not quite making it month to month.
They've been laid off, or circumstances have forced them out of a job, and so they're trying to make ends meet.
Or just there isn't enough work. Everyone's cutting back. They might still be employed, but they're underemployed, and everyone could use that helping hand. And we have quite a few children and families that come through.
And I know during the holidays you reach out to people for items not only for the thrift shop, but for the canned goods, the toy drives. Let's talk about Toys for Tots.
Yeah, my coworker and myself are members of our Marine Corps League here in Charlotte, and Toys for Tots National Office designated Brunswick Family Assistance about 4 years ago as the charity of choice for this area. We run a Christmas program, and we work in conjunction with other area, not only faith community, but individual business communities that do toy drives and whatnot. And we try to service as many families and as many children and seniors out there through the Christmas time. Toys for Tot boxes are throughout the county. It'll take any unwrapped new toy. You can drop off anything at Brunswick Family Assistance. If you're looking for someone to adopt, we have tags and tickets for children and for seniors, where they will hopefully get their gifts and their food for the Christmas. We try to do the best we can. There's a very small family and a large volunteer network that reach out to this community here, and the need just continues to grow. So.
And I know if our viewers are looking, watching, they also can drop off toys and or canned goods at the Chamber office, as we're a central site for you as well.
Yes, certainly. The Chamber this year has a Toys for Tot box, as well as they can get you down to our office, and they can drop off new and or gently used stuff. We can work around that either way. There's always a need for something. If you're in the area, you can stop at the office for those tags. If you have new or gently used individual items, you can take them to our thrift store. But certainly utilize the tot boxes that are inside the Chamber office and throughout the community, yes.
If someone had larger items like furniture, do you have the capability of going to pick that up from an individual?
Yes, our thrift store, which is right next door to our office, has a truck that we share with them, and we can schedule in weekly pickups and or deliveries if need be of individual items. If you are running a food drive or you're doing a neighborhood yard sale and you have items that are left over, all you have to do is call us and I'll slate the truck out to come pick it up for you.
Excellent. Laura, if our viewers needed to reach out to you, what's the best way to do that?
Well, we're on the net. We do have a Facebook page. You can friend us on Facebook. I believe there's a Twitter page, although I personally do not tweet. We can be reached at www.brunswickfamily@yahoo.com or at brunswickfamily.org on the net. Or they can simply call the office, and that's 910-754-4766, and anyone there can help them.
Let's have that number one more time.
It's 910-754-4766.
Very good. Laura, thank you so much for coming out and joining us today and sharing the need. There are so many families in Brunswick County that are in need, and it could be short-term assistance for those folks.
Certainly.
But they do need, and we're hoping that the community will step up and help those families.
Well, thank you for having us. The more that we can get our name out there so people know we're here for them, the better it is for the community on a whole.
Laura, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And our third guest today is Jenniffer Inman of Coastal Floral Designs. Jenniffer, thank you for joining us today. You have an absolutely beautiful shop on Main Street. Every time I go in, I'm always so inspired.
Thank you for having us.
Coastal Floral Design, you've been the owner now for 3 years?
Almost 3 years
Almost
now.
3 years. And, you know, I wanted to bring you on the show because it's the holidays and we all want to decorate our homes or our yards with everything from flowers to beautiful wreaths. And so talk to us a little bit about what people can do if they look in their own yard. What can they make arrangements with, or how can they do their wreath?
Your holiday arrangements should actually be more about you than about what you see around you in the stores, commercially, whatever. So I would suggest if you particularly like Pittosporum, it has a nice, really beautiful fragrance. That helps you with the greenery, your magnolias. Another thing is go into your closets, pull out things that have special meaning to you, like books. You don't really think about that, but sometimes you'll have like a book you used to read to your children. Take it, open it to a page, and then decorate around it. Use things that you can
Great
open.
idea.
It really is, and it makes it more personal. And it makes you feel, when you walk by it, it gives you something. It's almost as though you step back in time.
Absolutely. I can remember a family member years ago would always open the Bible to the Christmas story, and that was their centerpiece for their decoration, and then they just decorated around it, and that was their centerpiece. And I'd forgotten that until you just brought that up about the books.
And it really helps you also to instill the idea of tradition and memories in your children, because a lot of times we don't realize it, but they have so many other forces around them, and if you can give them, it's almost as though it's like sitting down to eat supper in the evening with the entire family. That's what Christmas should be about.
It's
family.
about tradition and family. Now, in your store on Main Street, you have some of the most beautifully decorated trees. Where do you find these beautiful ornaments?
We find them in a lot of different we have vendors that come around, and what we do is we select what we find attractive that year. Trends do change. This year we're seeing a lot of silver. We're seeing a lot of silver and gold, the platinum.
Silver and gold mix?
Silver and gold
like
mix.
Silver balls and gold ornaments together, okay.
And it's very beautiful because all of your metals are now very vogue. So, and if you'll think about it, even with your jewelry, are you not mixing your silvers and your golds?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So this is a new trend, and I think it's really a great thing because it doesn't. Have you ever seen an ornament that you absolutely love and it's in gold, and you say, "Oh no, I have a silver tree"?
Right. Actually, I have, because I have a theme with my tree, and I may like the look of it, but I'm like, but everything I have on the tree is gold. I don't know if this silver's going to work, but you're saying it's okay to mix metals.
It's okay to mix.
Very
and it's
good.
Very beautiful.
What are some of the local flora in our area that people could use? I know you mentioned magnolias. I know we do have some holly berries that grow.
And they hold well. That's a beautiful thing. See, a lot of the things in our areas, your cedars,